Welcome back. This is Superstar Director Becca Levie and little Maddie. As you can tell, we really wore her out busting excuses today. Anyways, this is day 8 of our 30-day excuse busting challenge. And I hope you don't get tired of hearing how amazing and wonderful you are. We just keep reading posts, especially on our Team Make It Happen page. We're seeing all the things that you guys are doing, all the parties that are being booked, the people that you haven't asked. You were afraid to ask if they, or never even thought about considering asking them to become a consultant, but you're doing that and finding out that they're actually willing and excited and wanting to do that with you. So people that haven't dared to ask certain people to have parties are asking them, and those things are happening. So what is it that you wish you could do that you're not doing? Well, who is it that you wish that you would ask but you haven't? Who is some of the most successful, busy people that you know that you haven't considered asking? Ask them. If you'd gone to Superstar Director Jen Audette's breakout session at convention on building a superstar team, she took her top 10 leaders and looked at them, and they were some of the most busy, professional women that you would have never have dreamed of asking them to start their own business. So don't count anybody out. Have you made a current list of 100? And if you haven't done that, I challenge you to do that. And I challenge you to write down some goals. The next goal that you have that you'd like, the small one, and then some outrageous ones. I know that when I first started my Scentsy business, I had what I thought seemed like a pretty big goal. And when I shared it with my husband that I wanted to make a check in 1 month that was $15,000, he was like, yeah, I don't think that's probably going to happen. So I didn't dare tell him that I had written down another goal that was really hard for me even to write down, and that was to have a check for 1 month for $50,000. I was terrified to tell anybody that because if they laughed at my $15,000 a month goal, I knew that it wasn't going to go over too well to do the other. But I have accomplished both of those things. So, you know, a really good friend of mine reminds me that you have to ink it. Not just think it, but ink it if you want it to happen. So I challenge you to do that. So let's talk about the things that happened today. So we kind of got a late start out, and we were pretty tired. By the time we got to the mall, I felt like I just wanted to go to bed. My legs felt heavy with cement. And here we were putting on our happy faces and walking around with our big, neat Scentsy button. And this is my new purse. And we were walking around, of course, people. Today was a day, you know, some days I've told you nobody says anything about the button, and I have to say, hey, in case you missed the billboard, I'm a Scentsy consultant. But today lots of people were asking questions, and most of them seemed to know what it was once they read it and were happy with their consultants. But so we were kind of going on, and it was getting toward the end of the day, and I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I'm just going to have to report that I have no names today. And that's okay, because some days we get more than one, right? And that covers up for the days that we don't get any. However, that hasn't happened yet, and today I'm happy to report that that didn't happen either. So it was kind of toward the end of our shopping, and I just want to throw this out here real quick. We've been looking for a lot of items for Courtney for her wedding. Bridesmaid jewelry, wedding dress jewelry, you know, and all of these different things. And so when people say, what are you looking for? We can say we're looking things for her wedding. And then they'll say, when is the wedding? And we say, well, it's not until October. And they go, oh, we have plenty of time. So that gives us a reason to be browsing and not purchasing. And it also allows us to be able to come back to the store over and over and over again, because we'll have these routes. Because people need to see you 5 to 8 times usually before the majority of them are going to open their mouth and to talk to you. So, and I know this because when I was in Texas for a while and we wore our big buttons and we went to the same stores over and over again, after, 10 or 12 visits, they were like, okay, I see you wearing this button all the time. So they feel like they've gotten to know you and they can start asking you questions. So what I'm suggesting is that, of course, when you go out, if you don't have a specific thing to purchase, I'm sure you know somebody who's getting married at some point and you're looking for a wedding gift or some ideas for someone you know who's going to get married. But there are things that you can do and you can say that allows you to come in over and over again. So anyways, we also decided we were going to kind of go in and out of as many stores as we could to have as many people see our button as we possibly can. And so we went into this one particular store, and of course one of the people, turned out to be the manager there, said, "What does your button say?" And we said, "Need Scentsy." And I said, "Do you know what Scentsy is?" And she said, "No, I don't." Love it, love it. I love that I hear that every day. And she said that, sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. I said, well, you know, do you like candles? And she said, yes. And I said, well, we're a safe alternative to candles. So you can see I'm not like professional, and it's just not flowing out like, you know, even though I've said it for 6.5 years over and over again, I still stumble over my words. And so I said, no, would you like to have an experience with it? You know, I could do a free demo for you. And she said, what, are you going to pull one out of your purse? And I said, no, I don't have one with me, but I actually would be happy to bring one back for you to try for a couple days. And she said, really? And I said, yes, I do it all the time. She said, marvelous. And so I got her information. And so I'm excited that I'll be able to take that back, and that her and all of her coworkers can experience Scentsy, and I'll probably leave them as a few testers, and I know I'll go back and have some great results. So I'm like, yes, okay, we're about to go home. I thought it was going to be a nothing day. Now we have somebody who I can take a warmer into for the week. We are good. So as we're heading out, someone says, hey, what's your button say? And so, of course, we said, need Scentsy. And at first they said, no, we've got it. You know, I get it from my mom, da-da-da. Well, I just thought the lady was just charming and beautiful. So we just talked for a while and found out things about her. And pretty soon she was asking more about me. And then she said, well, do you have any smells that smell like this? And so, of course, I had my testers. So I pulled out a few. She liked them. And she said, well, you know, I don't really have a consultant, you know, and so she said, I'm going to go on your website and order. So I said, fantastic. Can I get your information? And she said, yes. So I got her information. So that was 2. So Erica Powers out there, you every day who is like, I'm going to get 3 today, 4 a day, and you're doing it. I'm thinking, ha ha ha, it is possible, Erica. Good job. So then we're rushing out, and we pass some makeup counters. And again, they say, what is on your button? And so we stop. And it turns out one used to have a consultant, and now she doesn't. And so she wanted a catalog. She gave me her information. So you can see this is working. If you work, it will work for you. And so you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You don't have to say everything just right. You just have to love what you do, love your product, be willing to, you know, be a product of your product and be branded, and talk to people and follow up, and you guys are going to build a rockin' business. And next month, when the incentive trip starts, you're already going to have this great habit. You're already going to have all these names that you're in the process of following up for hostesses or potential Scentsy business partners, and you guys are going to earn that trip. And we're going to have so many people there from Group Make It Happen. It's going to be incredible. All right, so what's our theme song? Yeah, I'm going to try to sing it, but you're going to sing it right at home, right? Okay. I'm an excuse buster. Yeah, I'm an excuse buster. Yeah, I'm an excuse buster. All right.